Leverage, something that wasn't really explained to me at the start. I set up an account with a provider. There's someone on Facebook said, yeah, use these people, they're brilliant. So I set up this thing and I had 100 times leverage. It was nuts. I could buy, 10, 15 points on the NASDAQ and still have money in my margin. So, it just seemed like the way to go. And needless to say, I blew that account several times. Like, we're not talking major money, but still, it's just stupid. So if you're getting into leveraging products, make sure you understand exactly what you're doing. You've set up your risk management to ensure that even if things go wrong or it moves a certain distance, but it's still not beyond your stop loss, that you're not riding your margin too hard. Because as soon as it's saying that you're in the red, you're overclocking your margin, it's just not good. It's stressful. It puts you in a position where it's like do or die in your trade. It's just not a good idea. If you're scalping or if you're doing a very short-term trade, you're thinking, it's 2 o'clock now, I'm definitely going to be out my trade by 3 o'clock. Maybe it's not too bad to push your margin too hard, but certainly you can't start leaving it for long periods of time because your provider is almost certainly going to start cutting your trades. Like, they're not happy that you're in the red. And it's just, you're obviously doing something wrong. Your edge is not working if you're in your margin. So leverage products are very, very good, especially for compounding trades. So if you're now in profit, you've moved your stop loss up, so you now can't lose. I tend to use it to make the next trade. So I think, right, if it goes beyond this level, I'm going to put another trade in. So what I tend to do is, say I've got 1 point of something, when I get to my next level, I then put another half a point. Leverage helps you afford and achieve that next bet without having to, put more money into your account where you might not have it. By doing that, anything that then goes above, you've now got 1.5 times whatever the point is worth. And then you can move your stop loss up accordingly and you're not risking your margin. You're always going to end either with nothing or like a very small profit, but it's a great way to compound. So if you can catch the bottom of quite a long rally, even if you're only doing it intraday, but over a week or a month, you could say, right, each time it jumps up, I'm going to put another trade in. Like I say, leverage just helps you achieve it with a smaller account. You can do this through investment, but then you're putting all of your money in. So what you tend to be doing with investment, rather than leveraging, you are literally just putting more money in at each stage. But if you're investing, you're only thinking not of today, you're thinking of the very, very long term. It could be 20 years down the line. So ultimately, it doesn't really matter where you put that money in, because you're hoping that in 20 years' time, it's 5 times, it's 10 times more. So whether you put it in here or here, it kind of makes no difference because you're all the way over there. Leveraging, though, you could potentially use it for investing. If you're quite savvy with someone like IG, or using like futures contracts where you've got a number of months for each trade, you could potentially do that sort of compounding trade, but with the thought of an investment. So as the futures contract ends, so say it's a 3-month contract, at the end of the 3 months, you're taking all your profit and you're reinvesting it on a new futures contract, giving you another 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, however your sort of provider does it. So that can be a very good way of maximizing your money, even in investing. there would be risk associated with that because you're using effectively someone else's money, you're using your provider's money to leverage. But say, rather than only affording, the equivalent of 5 shares in Facebook, because you're leveraging, you're actually using 10 shares in Facebook. What you'd be at risk of is if there was a huge drop, a huge fluctuation, all of a sudden you're getting double damage. You're getting, much more on the downside, but also you get much more on the upside. So leveraging can be a fantastic product to grow your account quicker. You just need to use it in the right way. This is where having your edge, having a profitable edge, that's first things first.